So for the final one of our little set of 5 videos about what research and inquiry could look like, here's an example of one which looks more at the philosophical stage of the Dan Davis continuum. So once student teachers are really thinking about what they believe and what they value in relation to a subject. Now, when it comes to music, it's a subject with some really specific issues around it, not least that most of us who teach music have our own experience of the subject firmly rooted in the Western classical tradition. We all tend to have quite traditional music degrees, although you do get people who come from a more pop music background. They tend to be in the minority. And there's loads of stuff out there that says that there is an issue that music teachers' comfort zones and the comfort zones, musically speaking, of the people that they are teaching are not always in great alignment, and this can be the root of some problems where large numbers of pupils don't see the subject as relevant. So this is a great topic that our students could look at for some really kind of good solid reading and reflecting, which can contribute to their sort of developing philosophy as a music teacher.
And from a drama perspective, we see applicants coming to us with quite a variety of undergraduate degree experiences, some who've come from conservatoires, who have been actors previously and have come back to teach training a bit later in their working lives, and then student teachers who've come from pure drama and theatre degrees. So a kind of a real mixed bag in terms of the diet that they've had, and whether indeed, like music, they value certain things above others. So, for example, the common dichotomy within drama education is whether we use drama to learn through or to learn about as the art form. There are a lot of theorists who feel very strongly that a drama curriculum should combine both. And the work of academics such as Bowell and Heap, who use process drama approaches, born out of the work of Dorothy Heathcote's Mantle of the Expert, where both the emphasis is firmly on the kind of forms, structure, style and elements of drama, and they are given equal value as the content that is being dealt with and the learning about the content that can occur through the theatrical form itself. So whether they fall into either of those camps, or indeed whether they feel that drama can and should in the secondary curriculum achieve both, is something that we want them to be mindful of and know those different debates, but also for them to try and experiment in their practice and look to the school curriculum or curricula that they experience on placement in light of those different theories.
So as a mentor, this could be a really enriching opportunity for you to get some fresh thoughts and ideas into the department, or just to have a really in-depth conversation about your subject, which it can be really hard to do sometimes, particularly if you are in a department of one in a school, kind of working by yourself. So as a music teacher, you could realistically expect your student teacher to go out and have a look, for example, at the work of Ruth Wright, who draws on the work of sociologists to talk about the habitus, which is just this idea that we all have our kind of lived experience, our value set that we've built, and which is effectively our comfort zone, and how as music teachers we have to get out of that a little bit. There's also some really good stuff about just the nature of the subject, that sort of tension between the very informal kind of playing by ear, quite improvisatory pop music tradition. You think about the pupils jamming away in the practice rooms, when set up against that much more kind of hierarchical, transmitted from above, almost like a musical grammar, a musical theory, which underpins all of music, but which can be really quite difficult to feed in and into the diet. You could get the students to read about that and start articulating what they believe, maybe broadening their mind a little bit. And again, as Emma says, maybe trying some things out within the department, maybe some slight tweaks, some slight changes, which could challenge your ideas and values and practice as well, and perhaps enrich you further as a practitioner of the subject. And don't forget that the reflective models that we make available scaffold what is quite a difficult process, quite a hard thinking process process into manageable chunks to help structure those thought processes into some sort of articulate whole.
I think it's worth mentioning at this stage as well that we do have subject-specific research and inquiry tasks, one of which does focus on philosophy. It's something that both music and drama are united in. It's actually their first research and inquiry subject-specific task for the drama students. Is it the same for music? I think it is.
First one.
So they've already got some prescribed reading there. For drama, they look at the work of Mike Fleming and look specifically at the different kind of philosophical standpoints on teaching drama, but looking to other theorists that are key in the field, such as the work of Jonathan Neelands in structuring drama work, and also the work of O'Toole and Hasman in Drama Reimagined, where they look at the elements of drama, the kind of fundamentals at the core of our theatrical form, and how pupils ought to be able to manipulate those elements in a more sophisticated way as they work their way through the drama curriculum. So as Tom says, they've got some kind of clear scaffolds and starting points, and indeed you can access, particularly with the subject tasks, you can access that reading on our Cardiff Partnership Moodle patch as well. So if you wanted to dip into that too, then it's all there readily available for you to engage in that deeper discussion with them too.